Welcome to the Big and Small Podcast, coming to you from Plymouth, Massachusetts. Just a couple of guys drinking some beers, having some chow, and talking all things sports.
There you go.
Yeah, fire when ready. We're recording.
All right. Hey, boys. Episode 28.
Yes.
Wow. 28.
Huh?
They said we'd never survive. Well, here we are.
Here we are.
Episode 28. Get them up. From Ricky's Porch.
Ricky's
Beautiful,
Porch.
Late
Beautiful.
October evening.
Late October.
Thanks to our millions and millions of fans.
That's it.
One of which I met today, Dougie. So I wanted to bring this up, which was kind of funny. Because I randomly just came to my head when I was getting my breakfast sandwich.
Ooh, from where?
Decided to go to your recommendation.
Oh,
You did it, huh?
Yeah.
Did you tell him you were small?
As a matter of fact, I did. So it came up. I didn't think he'd have any idea. And I said, well, you know what's funny? My buddy recommended this place. It was on and I do a podcast with him. He goes, oh, Doug. And then he said,
I'm a frequent flyer.
and then he said, I met Big.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
And I started cracking up. I said, yeah, well, I'm small. But yeah, killer sandwich, no doubt about
Good,
it.
right?
Yeah.
I told you, little
Super
hole in the
nice
wall,
guy.
just a guy with a griddle.
Yeah, and he started laughing because he watched one of our things on Instagram or whatever. I think he's a follower.
Yeah, he knows Jimmy Wiley.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, I know that guy. It's Jimmy Wiley.
Yeah. He said April was in there today. But yeah, good take, people. We've discussed before. You can't sit inside. It's closed 2 months in the winter, but it's the
closet.
Portly Pilgrim. A nice day like today. Sit outside. It's nice.
Up, and he pumps them out.
Yeah.
Just pumps the sandwiches out.
Well, he
really
was
good.
telling me when he kills it, which is interesting. I would never have thought of it.
Oh, yeah.
It's because of the hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The weddings.
So he said like every Saturday he pumps out like 80 sandwiches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. But good for him. Nice guy.
He's got to close down early sometimes, too, because he just runs out of food.
Yeah. He was ran out of ice today almost with my iced
Oh.
coffee. I was like, I'm leaving.
What was the sandwich choice?
The BLT egg sandwich, the BLT one.
Ooh.
On a plain bagel.
Okay.
It gives you, it's 2 eggs.
Oh, yeah.
I almost couldn't finish it.
I told you, when you get the thing, it's like 4 pounds.
Yeah, I can't imagine what the sandwiches are like. But anyway,
So,
that's just one of our millions of fans.
One of them.
You know, I'm just saying, you know, it's tough walking around town these days.
right.
It is.
Just start giving it back. Speaking of that, look for some merch coming out. We're going to do that for the Christmas season.
Yeah.
Well, we should. I have to figure out. You can't forget after we go to eat tonight.
All right.
We got to go through that website.
So what are the odds of Ricky finishing the pod with just that shirt on?
El Zippo chance up.
That's what I'm thinking.
I don't think it'll be that, but it is warm
It's beautiful.
and there's no wind.
I know.
This is insane. This weather. It's
Surprised
gonna
he
be
doesn't
hotter
have a
tomorrow.
parka on.
It's too bad Sunday though, because it's gonna be cold. But you have to have a fire. Well, it won't be cold. It's gonna be 60.
Come down to the beach club. We'll have a 10-foot fire going down there.
Maybe we'll go down after the
Have
pass.
some chow.
Yeah, but what about the game?
I got
Game's
the
at
bocce
1,
train.
right?
Huh?
Game's at 1.
Yeah.
I'll be rolling in from Westfield.
Game will be on
City.
down there.
You think so?
Oh yeah. Mr. Cooney backs his thing up, have a TV, we got an antenna, the whole bit.
All right. Well, maybe I'll take a ride down there later on in the day. We'll see.
10 a.m. start.
We got to talk about that later. The whole strategy for the weekend.
Let's start with the Bruins.
Well,
The 6-0 Bruins.
Seeing they are on tonight.
Yes.
Good test with Anaheim, I think.
Yes, they are one of 3 undefeated teams in the league. Colorado's 6-0, and Mr. Cassidy is 7-0. Picking up where he left off. The stat I find interesting is that they're 6-0. They've only scored 19 goals.
Yeah. Well, we
Outstanding
told you
goaltender.
this on Big and Small
yeah.
already since the preview of the team. They're going to have good goaltending.
Yes,
They
they've
gotta-
only
they
given
gotta-
up
they get-
7 goals.
It's been outrageous. It's the best tandem in the league. Those idiots who said Olmark was going to be a bust this year. I can't take it, by the way. I think I texted you guys. Zolak and Beadle started talking hockey the other day. I literally almost I almost threw up. I couldn't take it. And then, you know, these guys, it's just non-hockey people. But yeah, so the goalie situation's been there, and to be honest, they're fast and everything than I thought. They're pretty fast club from what I've seen, and they're decent physically, but But the surprise, the big pleasant surprise has been what they needed. Because you just think about this. You look at that club, and if Poitras was not playing like he's playing, they're really bad.
Right.
They'd have to win a game 1-0. You know, but I think he's got 3 goals. I think he's got 4.45 points.
Yep.
But he makes it go. He's effective. He's fast. But it's a different style of hockey. But they're doing what he said. You got to weather it. Keep piling up wins. Then we need a couple blockbuster deals at the deadline to go after another cup.
Well, one of the keys is Potter's allowing them to have Coyle play his role.
Thank God.
And they have Coyle, Frederick, and Van Riemsdyk on the same line. It's a pretty tough third line.
Yeah, solid. Very solid.
mean-
And I think the fourth line's played real well.
Yeah.
Luch was out. I don't know if Luch is back tonight, but Luch has had a great start to the season when he played. I didn't think he had that much in him, but he's a physical player. And I like those guys. Loco's tough and moves around, and the other kid's pretty good too.
Took a skate to the face the other night. I don't know if he's out or not.
Who's it? Weber? What's the other kid's name? Was pretty good.
Well, Geeky's playing.
Geeky's playing the second line.
Yeah.
No, you know the big guy. Weber, is it Weber? Weber? I don't know. I'll look it up in a minute. But that line's been pretty effective.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts, Doug?
I really haven't watched too much. I've been working
Yeah.
like an asshole, so I'm just kind of looking at the box, the box scores and whatnot. But I do think the one point that they have on Thelgrim Mass, which they just hammer into you every single day, is it's fine, but like, what do you do in the postseason
Yeah.
with the goaltending, more or less? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Somebody stands on their head and then you sit him because he's supposed to sit that game, something like that. You know, I think it is an actual question, but
I don't think it is. I think you just keep doing what they're doing, you know, and it keeps everybody fresh.
No, I think what they're trying to say is that they're an unbelievable regular season team, but it's going to crash and burn like it always does.
always. That's
That's
all.
what
all.
that's been their theme.
Correct.
So, but I would give credit to like fellow who said, "Hey, they're still good to watch. I'll watch them."
Oh yeah,
But I don't
100%.
expect them to. I expect them to be a great regular season team, and not a playoff team. But we'll see who they get at the deadline, and
And maybe they do give up one of those goals at the deadline, and that takes care of that.
So 6
and they
games in.
also have more youth. You know, they're not going in after you get Bergeron and Krejci,
Right.
in key role. I mean, not Bergeron. Yeah, Bergeron and Krejci key roles, who constantly got hurt, and hopefully, Zaka's not getting hurt.
No.
He could, but he's not. And that kid, if the kid, Porch can hold up. But I'll tell you one thing, he was better than Bedard the other night. Not even a question.
So there's
Unbelievable pass by Coyle, though. Did you see that?
Oh my God! But I got screwed on that.
Oh my God! Did he ever?
so they're
The ref was
6-0. Where do you think they're weakest right now?
Weakest.
Grizzlies played well.
Scoring.
And Grizzle can play fine against East in the NHL regular season. He can't. Again, he can't do it in the playoffs. So I do hope one of those young big defensemen start to physically mature down in Providence and come on up
Yeah.
down the road. But they just don't. They really don't have. To win a Stanley Cup, you don't have enough firepower, and you really don't have top six forwards in the league. You're around 4, and maybe 5. I think, but that's something I think you can find. You can find at the trade deadline. There's no doubt about it, and that's what they got to get. A little more firepower. But the goaltending and the other kids beat you.
Oh, that's what I meant.
Yeah, he's a good player. Big. He's physical too. So it's going to be interesting to watch. I think they're pretty fun to watch, and I'm looking forward to another really good regular season.
Yeah, me too.
Absolutely.
Surprise of the year is the Detroit Red Wings. They're playing well.
Scoring a lot of goals.
Yeah.
Unlike my fantasy hockey team,
Yeah,
Like
pretty
my
brutal.
fantasy football team.
it's ridiculous.
Celtics won their season opener last night, 108-104 in Madison Square Garden against the Knicks. Tatum led the charge with 34 points. Mr. Kristaps Porzingis with 30 points behind him. What did we take away from that?
I'm surprised you didn't come out with the stat out of the gate.
Which one?
Most points ever by a Celtic newcomer in his debut.
Oh.
It's a pretty good stat considering that organization. They had guys like
Yeah, that's
Dominique
pretty
Wilkins.
good. I didn't know
and- Yeah. You know, they had some good guys
Yeah.
come into that organization. And he has the most points ever.
Well, I told you, I'm kind of out on sports talk radio right now.
It wasn't Sports Talk Radio. It was during the broadcast. But you were asleep.
I was working.
Well, my thing was that I think that they're obviously got a ton of firepower. Porzingis is as advertised. If he stays healthy, he's a dude. He's an absolute machine. But where they got killed yesterday though, was on the offensive glass, and they got to get tougher on the
Well,
offensive
the
glass.
Knicks are a different animal.
Yeah, they're pretty physical. They're pretty good, but still, it was embarrassing at one point. I
But
think it was 15 offensive rebounds they had.
plus
That's
the Knicks
ridiculous.
shot. The Knicks shot like
But
over 50% at one point.
yeah,
Late
no,
in the
but
game
still,
from
I'm just
threes.
saying he can't do that, and I'm worried. I don't think Horford's old. He's going to be fine, but he's not a banger down there.
Great role player though.
Freaking,
he won't
I
play
didn't see
back-to-backs.
Jalen Brown at all getting under the glass. And Porzingis isn't a banger, but he's a good defender.
He is.
But I mean, I'm worried about that. I'm worried about that long term, you know. And the question is, who's your seventh and eighth player? You know, Pritchett. You know, he's got to prove it in the regular season. He looks great in preseason. Then he gets his chance. He threw up like 3 missed threes. Did make a couple free throws, and then
Big
you know
free
we need
throws.
Doogie
Big
Howser.
ones.
We need that was big. Doogie
I'm not a Hauser
Howser.
guy. I'm not a Hauser guy.
You know, he's got to have
Out
to
on
be.
Hauser?
They're gonna have
I'm not
to
a
be.
Hauser.
Hauser went 0 for on the line too, or from 3.
Yep.
0 for 4.
Yep.
Pritchett 0 for 3.
I mean, that's his thing.
That's what I'm saying. One of those guys has to step up. Cornette got in there, gave him a couple pretty good minutes.
Yeah.
Gave him 8
But-
minutes.
You know, but they
8 minutes, no points.
But I'll tell you one thing: they're vulnerable. They're vulnerable. There's a massive lack of depth there, unless some of these young guys. But none of them played last night.
No, he didn't play him.
I didn't see that big center. That kid's like 7 feet. I was looking forward to maybe seeing
Plus,
him.
they had some young guys that had pretty good preseasons.
Yeah, you know,
That were on the bench.
they're not going to survive. I think they played Tatum and Tatum and Porzingis and
38
Brown.
minutes.
I think 38 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Brown,
Tatum,
boy,
39
Brown,
minutes. Porzingis 38 minutes.
But
Brown 38
Brown's got to get his head together, and they have to start figuring out stuff. I was listening to talk radio again today, and they were like, "Well, you know, how are they going to have 3 guys? You can't get 3 guys. It's always a 1-2 punch." I'm like, What's the most famous? That's Maserati. I said that's why you can't dribble Maserati. The point is, what was the most famous team in Boston Celtic history recently?
Bird, Parrish, McHale.
Yeah, and then how
3 of 'em.
about the big 3?
Yeah.
I mean, what are we talking about? That was the dumbest comment I've ever heard. They get a Jalen involved. They got to make sure they're not. I find oftentimes I think they have. I don't want to get into the relationship thing because I don't know, but it does when I watch the games. I feel Tatum does not make him the first option when he's looking to move the ball.
Oh, he's not.
You know,
Plus, I mean,
it's
Holiday
I can't stand that.
1,000 times better than Marcus Smart.
Yeah,
Sorry.
his shooting's mediocre, but you know,
Better than Smart's.
but he's tough. He's tough on the board.
He's great.
Smart had a T last night.
And he's big.
Technical?
17 points last night. Smart. Brogdon had 20.
You know who else had 17 last night in his debut was Grant Williams for Dallas.
Yeah, I watched that game. He was good.
Yeah.
He's a good role for that team. What they
Yeah.
have. He fits. He had a big shot down the end.
He
That
did.
kid's fun
He
to
had 3 in the
watch.
corner.
That kid Doncic, he's fun to watch. He's a good player.
So who would you like?
But did you
Doncic or
see the
Tatum?
rookie?
Doncic or Tatum? Oh, the tall kid?
That was crazy last night. I didn't even know them.
Wembley
Yeah,
for the Spurs.
Yeah, he's a freak.
7'4".
yeah. He got in foul trouble, but he's good. Like I was shocked how good.
He's athletic.
You should see his range.
Which is tough because, like, think about your limbs, how fucking long
You should
they
see
are.
how smooth he looks, like a shooting guard shooting a 3. It's so smooth. But the kid who was amazing, what a pick he ended up being, was the lively kid.
Oh, my God.
He's only 19 too.
Jumps out of the building.
So that was a joke. Everybody's saying how young. What's it? Wembley is. I don't know how to say his last name.
I don't know.
It's. And then I was looking at Lively. I go, who the hell's Lively? He was out of Duke. He's only he's a one and done 19-year-old,
You see him jump?
and he's physical.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they get the Spurs. That team. That. Keep an eye on that Dallas team. But then now they get a center. Now you've got Jokic on the side. They're going to make a run out there. They're going to be in the final four of the West.
What was your question?
Doncic or Tatum. I think
I just like Doncic better.
because he's white. You're a white. You like the white guy.
Okay. All right. Here we go. No, I like his personality better.
He looked good last night because I'll tell you, he didn't hand the ball. He was moving it. It was good. He's a good player. They're both top 5-4 players. I still think Jokic is still he's the dude. But
he had a triple double.
Just messing around.
Yep.
It's just messing around. We had one too. Someone else had one, right? It was in there.
I don't know, but Doncic, I think, had me.
Yeah, I think
I like Doncic is more consistent.
I think he creates offense better than Tatum does. Like, he can take that fadeaway jumper, going away like Larry Bird used to, like that leaning back. He can go to the hole. He can, shoot the three. I just think I think he's a better offensive player than Tatum. But overall, Tatum plays good defense.
Yeah, and
his arms are in the passing lanes all the time. He doesn't get credit for that.
No, last night he could have scored every time he wanted, basically.
But
Off the dribble. That's the problem with Jaylen Brown. He can't do
dribble.
anything off the dribble.
I know.
They're gonna figure something out.
I don't know. I think Simsy was texting me last night, and he's like,
You can't trade him.
"Same old Celtics." I'm like, "No, they're gonna win this game. You watch." Crickets. But
Cricket.
he's like, "Same old Celtics." I'm like, "No, this is different. This is different."
Yeah,
Definitely different.
I think they're. Again, I think they'll be fun to watch, but I'm really, really, really nervous about the depth. I think they're in the same situation as the Bruins. It's going to be, what do they do with that? The trade deadline. They got to pick up a bona fide
Big man.
They need a bona fide big or a bona fide 6.
You bring a guy like Dwight Howard in.
Lovely Lisa
Fossil?
just walked in the door.
Yeah, but he's huge. Tell him to go get rebounds.
Here's some podcast boards over here.
Uh-oh.
Let's go. You want me on it?
That's it. That's it.
Hey,
Oh, shit, that's my wife.
it is.
You coming on?
Coming on the podcast? We're live.
I know you are.
We're live. For millions of viewers.
We're going to have a special guest on the podcast.
Special guests coming in. But yeah, I think Celtics are the same thing. They need a couple depth guys down the stretch. Got to make a good move, and obviously they're going to make a run.
All right, so that wraps up the Celts.
Yes. Patriots, 2-5, with a win out of nowhere against Buffalo.
I don't understand how a team that can look so bad can come out and look, I wouldn't say so good, but they had continuity, they had, fluidity, guys were making plays, they were blocking, people were running, defense, get the team off the field, and at the third down, although they only had one punt. Buffalo only had one punt. They had a couple turnovers, but only one punt. But it's like fool's gold, I feel like. You look at the team and you're like, all right, well, you know what? Buffalo's not what they were. You come out this weekend, you beat Miami. Now you're back in the hunt. You're 3-1 in the division. The Jets are right there, and it's looking like, a workable season. But I don't trust them. I don't trust them at all.
No, they still stink.
All right.
They stink and Mac's not the guy.
Buffalo right now stinks. Believe me. I have Josh Allen on my fantasy football team. He's a disgrace. And they were good. I don't want to hear about they're good anymore. They lost to a Jets team. They're struggling. Their secondary is obviously repulsive. They get a long way to go. That team. They have zero chance to go to Super Bowl. I'll guarantee you that.
Buffalo.
I have them potentially not even going to the playoffs. But right now,
Hot
the
take.
way they are. But
Hot
he's
take, please.
but the Patriots. The amazing part about that game was they didn't throw a ball in the air over 10 yards.
They did?
No. He had a 2.2 release, fastest in the NFL this week. So I give O'Brien unbelievable credit for saying, all right, I've finally come to realize the offensive line stinks.
Yeah.
And all we're going to do is we're going to do some combo. We're going to run speed sweeps. We're going to run everything quick. And they got away with it because Buffalo's deep secondary stinks, and they wouldn't play any press coverage. And as soon as you play press coverage in the Patriots, they have zero chance. None. And then at the end of the game, for them to give up a team that can't throw a ball from me to you in the air complete and gives up a freaking 60-yard screen to basically win the game, I mean, what are you doing? What are you doing? That was a terrible coaching job, terrible performance. But to Coach's point, it's the NFL, and the refereeing's abysmal. I watched a game the other night. I counted them. I couldn't believe it. 22 penalties. 22. And some of them, which more like 30, because some of them had flags on both teams. I mean, it's just awful. It's awful product. But you got to watch it because it's just so bad. We watched that game last week going, this is unbelievable.
So what do we think about?
But I think they're at Miami, and I'd say they have zero chance. Like I said to you guys, they're going to get killed.
All logic would point in that direction. For sure. But,
If they do win, to your point, Coach, I would say, wow, all right.
9.5 point underdog.
Because they stink, but they get some stiffs coming up.
right.
They could go on a little if they could beat Miami there,
they could win 5 more in a
they
row.
really get some confidence.
They could.
They
Miami,
could all of a sudden be back to a
Then
5
they have
team.
Washington.
Yep.
Then they're in Germany for the Colts, and then you have your bye.
Yep.
Yeah, but then it's not tough after that.
Then you got Giants, Chargers, Steelers,
3 winnable games.
Chiefs, Broncos, Bills, Jets.
100%. I mean, they get a lot. I mean, if they were even a mediocre Pats team of years past, this would have been a layup 3-loss season
Yeah.
with that schedule. So yeah, like I say, I hope they win. I hope they win. But we'll see. We will see. That's for sure. That's why we got to debate. We got to debate on venue for that one. If we're going to get out of the club or not. I don't know.
I'll be coming in hot from Westfield State.
Yeah. Going down. Patrick's getting the lineup. I like it.
We'll see. It's looking good.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's clear Mac's not the guy.
No.
To win a Super Bowl someday, no chance.
Well, even to be like a viable quarterback, because
He's
I mean,
just a goof.
well, I mean, like
Can we get him an offensive line and maybe a couple guys that can catch the ball, and then we'll. I'm not saying he's the guy to go to the Super Bowl, but
He's just goofy though. He's always got that puss face on
Yeah.
until something really good.
But
goes.
even that, are you going to want to pay this guy $40 million a year?
No.
I see him being like Daniel Jones.
and they'll never do it.
he's got
They'll never do it.
there's zero chance that's happening.
Let's trade for somebody.
Yeah. They're gonna draft. They're gonna go after Hendon Hooker.
No, they're not.
They should. They'd be a
should
starting
because-
quarterback right now.
They should because
Big quarterbacks out there though. It's gonna be interesting.
You get him for nothing right now.
I don't like Caleb Williams. I'm out on Caleb Williams,
He's out on Caleb.
especially with all the bullshit that's come out with him the past week.
Yeah. What did you have for that? Yeah. Good segue.
He's only gonna play for like 5 teams.
Yeah.
That whole shit. And the team he plays for, he wants equity in the team.
Yeah. I talked about that in the
that's
last
not
pod.
Yeah.
That's not
Because of the NIL.
Yeah, I just don't. Yeah, I don't. Puts a bad taste. I'd like Drake May, little UNC
So they
guy.
lost last week. Huge
They
upset.
lost.
Yeah.
They lost last week.
Couldn't believe it. However, good segue, Doug. Right into college football.
Right into college football.
Love it. Love college football.
do you
Totally different animal than the NFL.
Such a better product.
Way better product. And it's
Except if you're Michigan, stealing signs.
Yeah, what do you think of that? Did you see that?
Patriot action.
Yeah.
It was brutal.
Did they get any discipline?
I didn't see anything. No,
No.
but there's one film. Did you see the film?
No.
Where the quarterback, who were they playing last week?
Michigan State.
He looks over to the sideline. The entire Michigan bench looks to the sideline. He gets the sign, comes back, and the whole sideline is going like this. Like they knew what it was. They knew the play.
And I think Michigan State had prior knowledge of that too, because on like Thursday of last week, Michigan State came out and was like, we don't even want to play the fucking game.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then they got bundled by like 35 points.
Yeah, but I mean, they have no coach.
Who, Michigan State?
Yeah.
Yeah, Michigan has a good team.
Michigan's good, but yeah, same old story.
Yeah, but there's going to be more to that. Than
Same old story. They're going to get in the playoffs, right? And they're going to lose to, I don't know, Georgia. Pick,
Oh, yeah.
your, pick your SEC team
Ohio
that's going to
State.
make it. No,
Well,
Ohio State stinks, too. Big Ten is just not there. You heard it here first.
Penn State?
You heard it here first.
We talked about before, the tragedy of this whole thing is the Pac-12 is
Loaded.
and it's the best they've been probably in at least a decade, maybe
In a
more
long
money.
time.
And they're going to not be anymore. But Coach Prime, though, 2 weeks, I think we talked about already. I can't
Choke.
biggest choke job I've ever seen. They have a mammoth game.
Gave up 42
UCLA?
points.
Got to win. This thing is off the
They
rails.
gave up
Coach.
42 points in the second half.
They were up. They were winning 29-0 at the half.
I know.
We
So
could
they
have got
get-
8
they
guys
get-
and brought it home, I think.
Yeah, 100%. They get UCLA at the Rose Bowl, 7:30 on ABC.
On
Yeah,
Saturday?
perfect for me.
Wow.
Perfect. Man. Looking forward to that. But I'll tell you, college football right now, though, ton of parity. You know,
good.
Clemson lost.
But the
What do you think the line on that game is?
Let's say,
UCLA by 4. Way
I'm
more?
going to have UCLA by 14.
UCLA minus 17.
Okay.
But that's, those lines.
Well, there you go. I'm taking Colorado. Put it on the picks right now.
All right. I
Yeah?
like it. Yeah.
It's going in pen, so I can't erase
Coming
it.
off the
It's
bye,
okay.
they can be ready to go, I hope. But they had.
Colorado covering.
But it's
17.
crazy. The score, who's out there? You don't know who's gonna who's gonna be in the here at the end. It's gonna be
Well, it'll be Georgia.
awesome to watch. Boston College had a nice win down at Georgia Tech.
Yeah.
Ohio State.
They're ready to make a bowl this year.
Washington.
Gonna win 6.
Yeah, I think they're 5 wins.
Texas is in the hunt.
Texas is
Georgia.
Georgia.
Penn State. Oregon.
Penn State.
Oklahoma.
Huh?
Florida
Oregon,
State.
Oregon,
Oklahoma
huge
squeaked
game.
by.
Oregon, huge game this week with Utah.
Yep.
Utah. Give me 2.
Yeah, yeah.
3:30 on Fox.
Yeah.
In the Utah. What's the mascot?
Utes.
Yeah, the Utes. Which
I don't know.
I feel like I'm watching My Cousin Vinny.
I know. 2 Utes.
2 Utes.
He's got a bunch of Utes playing. He's a good coach, that guy. He's been there a long time. He's had a lot of success. But yeah, looking forward to another Saturday of college football, that's for sure.
Yep. Should be good, Dougie.
So we're going to talk World Series.
Yeah, not your sexy World Series, Arizona and Texas Rangers. I wanted Philly to get in. I kind of like the Philly team.
Yeah, swagger.
Yeah, just a little bit. I just feel like, and now it sucks too because everybody's rebuttaling on the Red Sox even more, saying that, like, look at these guys' records, even if the Sox were halfway decent, they could have made the World Series. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, no. It's different.
No, maybe if they re-signed Evaldi, maybe,
Yeah.
who's had a freaking lit it up in postseason again for the Rangers.
All he does is win.
Go acquire Scherzer, who's come in and done a nice job for them.
Cheers to the guy with 2 colored eyes.
That's right.
But it's like, those guys,
looks
but
like a
they've
husky.
got some guys key hot. That kid, the guy from Texas, that kid, Jose Adolis Garcia,
The closer?
Arrieta? No, the right fielder. Oh my God, he's a freak. He was 4 for 5 the other night, 2 homers. He shattered like ALCS. He went off he went off. He had 9 homers in the ALCS.
Wow. Really?
15 RBIs.
Yeah. Phillies,
insane.
they didn't show up. They got double dipped. And then game 7, I want to say their 1 through 5 batters went like 3 for 27.
Yep.
Can't happen. You just got cold at the wrong time.
And they lost at home.
Yeah,
Yeah. Double dip twice at home.
No, yeah, they're a great series though. What's nice too is like it opens up Friday night, and it's a 7:00 first pitch, which is nice to see. They got to do that. Hopefully, they do that during the week.
Where is it? Is it Texas or Arizona?
I'm not 100% sure about that.
In Texas.
But they had,
In Texas. Nathan Evaldi on the bump.
but the kid who's unbelievable to watch is that kid, the leadoff guy. I'm looking up I just forget his name. He's
For who? Texas?
No, for Arizona. Kid's unbelievable. It's
Another Irish kid.
no, shoot. Who is he? He's small. He's
Marte? Second baseman?
no, he plays right field as well.
Oh, we got Milwaukee on tonight. The Bucks.
Right field. Not Pham. Not
Fam,
Gurriel.
another ex-Red Sox.
Corbin Carroll. There's no right field.
It's
He's on strike.
right here. It's
Riveting podcast right now.
right here. We're locked into it. It's Dominic Corbin Carroll. So keep an eye on this.
Corbin
kid.
Carroll, yeah.
He's a lefty.
He's not small.
5'10",
Yeah, he's 5'10", 165.
165
From
He
Seattle, Washington.
Absolutely matches. I mean, he's
Baseball
on base
backer of the world.
He's on base like every time. It's amazing to watch the kid. He's a fun one to watch. Those are two of the guys to keep an eye on.
He's a lefty.
Imagine he's still playing for them too. Is Evan Longoria? What a
I know.
career he's had.
He's playing forever.
But it'll be good for. And also, congratulations to Dusty Baker. Retirement. What a career he had.
Yes.
Player and coach. So good for him. Wow, what a story that is. What a life. What a life.
Bruce Bochy.
Yeah. But so I'm looking forward to that. It starts Friday night, 7:00. But I think I got to go to Gillis's Tavern tomorrow night. He's got his Halloween party. He asked me if I was going.
Ah, Lisa will eat that up.
Yeah, no, but I'm not getting dressed.
She will.
She won't. She said she won't without me.
You should go. Go with the next baseball coach.
Because you're going to be at a game. You're going to be
I'm
gone.
gone. Westfield State early
Corbin
afternoon
Carroll.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
A
Gonna rip it up with
UCLA
Andy and,
Bruin.
JT.
Corbin Carroll went to UCLA.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a good player. And he's not 5'10" either. I'll tell you that. Take a watch it when you watch him.
Bigger than 5'10"?
Small.
Smaller?
They usually are.
Think he weighs 165? You think he's lighter than that?
He's about 165. He can't be much lighter than that.
So we missed last week's podcast because I was in North Carolina.
Yes.
Oh, what a time that was. Played a lot of golf with the boys.
Good.
But the highlight of the week, it's kind of embarrassing. And
Uh-oh.
if they watch this, they're going to be like, why'd you talk about that? But I think it was Thursday night. We're all pickled, right? Back at my friend Bob's house. And it was like 10 o'clock. Next thing you know, I get the tunes going on my phone on the speaker. It was like 2.5 hours of classic old music, belting it out at the top of our lungs.
What do you mean like classical old music? What do you mean like 80s rock?
Yeah, you name it.
Okay.
Just the guys?
I know. That's what I said, a little gay. But it was fun. Come on, don't
You had fun. I know.
You would have enjoyed it. You'd have been singing the whole time.
I don't know, maybe. I don't know. Doug?
No, you would have. Stop it. Stop it right now. Yeah, I mean, in this sober moment on a Thursday night on Ricky's porch, yeah, it might be a little weird.
Yeah, but were you in the moment? 12 beers
Did you guys
deep
have your shirts on and everything?
after playing golf all day?
I took one off one time.
And you're just singing,
Loud
you're
it
just
up.
singing Thunderstruck by AC/DC? Yeah, you know?
You know what I'm
Whatever
talking
you
about?
want, yeah, whatever you gotta do.
It was,
Well, you saw an alligator, too.
Yep, at the alligator.
I like that picture. That was
good.
Yes, you had a nice trip. You came back a little banged up. I saw a coach Sunday for the Pats
that's
with LP.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
coach had to shut it down at 4:30.
Oh, yeah.
He was
well.
done.
Pats,
Good move.
the Pats double
I should've.
banged me.
Oh, yeah?
They killed me in a parlay, which would have hit, and then they killed me in my winners pool because I took the Bills to win in the Main Street knockout winners pool.
Ooh.
Yeah, no bueno.
That's a shame.
No, my Main Street pool last week was my team.
I think I hit like 4 games or something. I'm
Brutal.
like, Jesus. Who
So,
was leading that whole thing?
Alex, I think.
Jordan.
Oh, Jordan? No,
Yeah.
he won one week.
Yeah, he's leading. He's got like 51 picks,
No,
right?
he
or
doesn't
something.
do anything. He probably sits home all day and freaking studies.
And studies.
But yeah. That's So Coach had a good trip. The coach has got some good action coming up this weekend for Patrick. Going to watch some college hockey. I like it.
Westfield State.
They staying down. See Andy, right?
Yeah, they have. They play Westfield tomorrow night, and then Franklin Pierce and Western New England
Nice.
playing. So the winner of that or loser of that, whatever.
So you got a hotel down there? Or?
Yeah, staying 2 nights.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Patty's going, right?
Oh yeah.
All right, very nice. Great trip. Wish Patrick the best. Like to hear from him.
I know we got a rider situation, but we'll take care of it. Let's drop off up front.
I'm off. I'll take it.
What's the situation?
Nah, I just gotta get a friend of Kaylee's gonna take care of it. Just, I ain't leaving him
That's the way it goes.
like that.
I'm gonna if I need somebody. I just booked my Florida trip for Christmas now to
Lauderdale.
Lauderdale. So
You've been
unbelievable.
going down there for years, though, so it's kind of
Yeah,
you're
but
on
this is
autopilot
only
at
my
this point, right?
third. This is only my fourth. This will be my fourth Christmas there. But we come home Christmas Day now. I told you this
Yeah, they go to dinner at the
because it's amazing. So the flights, right? So
The Sun Dynasty.
oh, it's indeed nothing better.
That place is like a time capsule. You walk
Oh.
in there.
Can't beat it. Get off the flight. Had a few beers coming home. Get home.
So what do you,
Bag of
so what do you
fits.
do coming home? Do you Uber? Do you drive yourself?
Well,
do you,
typically what I've been doing lately is I take that Logan Express
Ooh.
from Braintree. It's easy. It's
will,
cheap.
will he let you booze on that?
No. It takes us only like 15 minutes.
Yeah, I parked at Central Parking this last time.
Yeah.
So I got in there early Wednesday, really early Wednesday. I almost called you because I was so early. So Wednesday,
I was
Thursday,
there.
Friday, Saturday, 4 days, right? $164.
Did you prepay?
No, is that a thing?
Yeah,
Oh,
you can prepay for a cheaper rate.
I didn't know that.
I thought it would actually be more expensive than that, to be honest.
Well, that's
What was it,
that's
four full
that's
days,
like $40
$40 a day?
$40 a day. Yeah.
Yeah, it's cheap. The
41.
Logan Express is great. It's like they charge you like barely nothing to park, and you just buy the ticket, which is cheap, but it's quick.
Oh, you're talking about the Logan Express that's right by the Split up there.
Yeah, I go to
Yeah,
drive
okay.
up to Braintree. You
Yeah.
can take it from here, but that's a pain because I'd rather you get to Braintree.
That's what I thought. I thought you were going to park
Yeah,
down there.
yeah,
and
yeah,
they
you get
take
to
the bus
Braintree and then
in,
it's-
like the 50
and then they
minutes
go
into
to-
the city.
yeah,
and then
and
I thought you were.
yeah.
That's why I was like, oh, could you booze
Yeah,
on
and
it?
then you go to the HOV. They cruise you right in and out.
Oh,
Pick
yeah.
you right up.
Yep.
It's great. And then it's a quick half hour.
It's every
drive.
half hour. It's every half hour too. They come by.
Yeah, it's good. So probably do that.
I remember Grace said that's the biggest when you leave to go. That's the biggest day you complain that there's no remote start in your car because it's so cold that you get to this guy.
I know. Oh, I'm out of my mind.
But hey, let me tell
I
you
might
what
just
I did though. Down at, when we go down to Myrtle Beach, I ship the clubs ahead of time.
Ah,
So you literally just walk in and out. Actually, good story. On the flight down there, we were in zone 1. Simsy, I don't know how he did it, but we were in zone 1. So I go on the plane, right? Zone 1's great because you're
What'd you fly?
Spirit.
Spirit, really,
Oh, flawless.
really.
Yep, 4:45 flight. We had a 10:30 tea time. We were early. So anyway, I get on the plane and all the the first class seats right there. I said to the stewardess, I go, "Are these taken?" And she goes, "I'm pretty sure, yeah, but if there's one available, I'll come get you." I'm like, "Oh, okay, great." So I sit down. I said, "No way." Whole thing fills up. She comes by. She's like, "Yeah, we have a seat." So Simsy and my buddy Larry were like, "Get your fat ass out of these seats." So I sat in the front row of the plane.
Wow, huh?
but I'll tell you the amazing part about flights. If you're not set on the dates, because I usually just book through Expedia. Because I always did was I booked the flight home for always the 25th since I've gone. And then sometimes if the weather looks awesome, I might stay. And I usually just call the airline, see if you do to get me on there. And sometimes they charge, but every time I've done it, if I decided to stay, they don't even charge you if they have an opening on a flight. So
Really?
yeah, so
Wow.
but it was crazy. So I booked it. So I was going down. We were gonna get down Thursday, Friday, Saturday, because Christmas is on a Monday. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday night, and then fly home on Christmas Day. All right, so I did that flight. It was gonna be like $400 each flight, round trip, direct. Good, good hours to go. I said, you know what? I'm just going to click it on Tuesday. So I've come to learn Tuesday's the travel.
Oh, absolutely.
Guess how much I got 3 round trip tickets to Fort Lauderdale for, combined with taxes.
$400.
Well, that would be insanity, but yeah, close. $525. Can you believe that? It was a save. It's going to be just switching that one day. So I'm like, so what if I get an extra hotel room for a night? The hotel we get a great deal from because I know the guy. So it's like I get on, and it's like now I'm there Wednesday night, get the full day. But basically, what it's going to cost me to stay in the hotel and with the flights is what it would have cost me just for the flights. So even funnier. So then Grace calls me and's like, Dad, I want to come home right after Thanksgiving. And I was like, okay, what date? She
You
goes,
and everybody else on the planet.
she goes the 27th to the 30th. So I'm like, okay, let me take a peek at it. And
Hey guys, your game hasn't started yet, right?
no, who is that?
Friday night game is Bucks Bills.
No, not yet.
No, not yet. No, the Bruins are coming on at 7.
Thanks, bud.
Just another fan.
Just another fan.
Yeah.
Plymouth's fine.
Whatever
I
you
thought
need.
that. I thought that voice sounded fun. So anyway, so she says that 27th to the 30th. I do the 27th to the 30th. Look it up. It's like that's a Wednesday to Monday. It was a Monday, and I go, oh, geez, that thing's like, Grace, it's gonna be like $300. Come home for 3 nights, $400 from the flight. So I look at same thing. Say go do it from instead Tuesday to Friday because everybody's traveling home. Guess somebody got her flight for $125
Wow.
round trip.
Wow.
Both flights direct.
Sounds like Grace should be paying for her own flights, though, no?
Yeah, she's getting close to that age. Yes, we split this one, but for $60, I was like, awesome. I was happy.
Right.
I'm psyched to see her for 3 nights. Then because it'll be good because we'll see her, James. Because I'll see her then, and then just be a month later we'll be down at Lauderdale. So
It'll be good.
yeah, it's gonna be a good couple months. Except for of course this great weather's gonna go away, and I'm gonna be miserable.
I know. Look at you out here. Someone take a picture.
No wind.
I know.
No
What else did you have, Doug? Anything interesting? Any good child places or anything?
No, I've been working like a dog.
Yeah.
Working like a dog.
Any good food trucks in the city?
No, they go to like the like those canteen trucks go to like the big jobs.
Oh.
Like they'll roll up and they'll hit their horn. And then 47 fucking construction workers go out there and get their shit.
I believe it.
It's a lot. They're killing it over here at Stevens Field.
Yeah.
They're going nuts over here.
Diane must fucking hate this.
Well,
People that come down here, pull out in their driveway and everything, and
yeah, it's getting better though. To be honest,
It should be. I mean, Christ. But everybody in the city,
people-
everyone in
think
Plymouth's come down here.
people learn, but I'm still pissed because it doesn't bother me much, but I talked to Jason about it today because he's out there doing whatever he's doing to fix the drainage, and I'm gonna have the town. They need to put something in here.
put a sign or
Just
something.
say
yeah.
at the top, private
had cone.
private
Yeah.
access,
No through traffic.
residents only.
They had a cone, but Jimmy took care of that.
Yeah.
Yes, Jimmy did take care of that.
So yeah, we just get decide. I don't know what to do. We'll probably go out for the game Sunday. I think. Then maybe we'll pop down to the club depending on the weather.
Gotta go to the club.
Yeah, I think I gotta go. I guess I think Stevie Rich's and LFG are playing Moriarty's band Saturday
Sunday?
night.
Oh.
I believe is at Saturday night is at Tavern on the Wharf. So probably have to make an appearance for that.
I love Tavern on the Wharf. Big Tavern on the Wharf guy.
But, all right, Fitz wanted a little airtime.
He did. Well, he's been good tonight. He hasn't
Yeah.
lost his shit, really.
Yeah, he's been all right.
Oh, he lost his shit.
Yeah. Let everybody smell it.
But anyway, picks, Dougie.
So we're 500 on the season. Haven't won money, haven't lost money. Just having fun.
Not
Yeah.
good. We gotta pick it up a notch. So we'll start this
I think
weekend.
I've been holding the club down.
A little bit. But
Okay.
Let's see. Ricky is going with the Miami Dolphins -9.5
Layup.
against the New England Patriots. Coach is going the Colorado Buffalo on Saturday +17 at UCLA?
Yes.
In the Rose Bowl.
At UCLA.
Ben knows the
We're going to
grand-
see what kind of coach prime time is because he's had 2 weeks before.
Yes, this is it. This is
I'm
it.
going this. The game I took seems like, with what's gone on this season, your typical NFL trap game where it's like, oh, geez, that line doesn't seem right. And then you take the team that should win, and then they just end up fucking losing. But I'm taking Chiefs -7 at Denver.
Good pick.
I don't like it.
Right? Seems like the typical.
Well, because the Chiefs are struggling covering this year. Brutal.
Yeah, but Broncos don't have anybody.
I understand. No, I'm not saying you shouldn't pick them. I'm just saying I don't like that game.
I know.
I don't like that game. All right.
I like it though.
Top 3.
Top 3.
Favorite things to do on the weekend?
No. In the spirit of, thank God it's Friday, even though every day's Friday for you.
Sure.
It's what do you look forward to most? Top 3 things to do on the weekend. Can be any time of the year. Doesn't matter. Mine's gonna be a little gay at first. I went men taking their shirts off, talking, singing songs. But this is I enjoy Friday night.
Uh-oh.
It's date night.
I know.
Me and
Yeah, we
LPP after a long
We
day.
definitely know about data.
We know date night.
Every Friday without fail.
That's good, though. How long has date night been going on?
I don't know. Wow. I told that there were 3 rules we got married. Your time, my time, our time. We have to maintain that, or it's not going to work.
So what's your time? When you work?
No, when I golf,
Okay.
Oh, he's here.
or I'm here. Have you ever heard me say no?
But he doesn't. It's not always date night though. They are always together, and they're out somewhere.
Yeah.
But it could be his kids with him. It could be other friends.
Still date night.
I usually. I know. I'm just saying. It's not like you guys are holding hands at the movies alone.
No.
Ooh.
But
It's a cognizant. What are we doing?
Okay.
Whether it's with someone else or the 2 of us. Saturday we go out too, but it's not like Friday night's date night. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
end of the week. Remember why we hang out with each other? One of those things.
So how many date nights have you gone on with LPP with Ricky?
Countless.
I always run into we usually don't
We usually don't eat
together
because
that
we eat a
night
little bit earlier
because they go early
Oh,
and then
yeah.
they're
He's
there
gotta
with
get
everyone.
up.
So it's
He's
nice. So
gotta-
I usually we'll usually meet up. It's good, meet like after the fact, like martinis or something down the old KKD's, and so it's always a good time because yeah. Well, for me, it depends on the time of year. I mean,
But
obviously.
that's my point.
Yep.
So it's like
Has to be your
if I'm looking summer, I like Sundays at the beach club. That's where
Okay.
people,
Well, that's one. That's one.
people grill. A lot of people usually go Sundays
I know.
to get a nice night, come off the beach.
Yep.
Over to Sandy's for maybe
Yeah.
a skinny margarita or 2,
Yep.
Doug.
I got to email Ashley. Hopefully I get in next year.
Yeah, we got to get you in.
Well, I was talking to the guys. I went to Bocce Monday night. I was talking to the guys because I don't really know how the process goes of when do you find out. They seem to think right around like the February mark. Because I guess they have to send
That's
out
when they send out the fees.
like when they send out their fees, and then people I guess just like won't respond to fees, and then the club then has to reach out, be like, "Are you staying or going or what?"
Right.
So then they have their actual number. So
Yeah.
February, March, maybe. If not,
You're in. You're
yeah.
gonna
If not next year. Plus, Cole's only 4 months old, so.
you get enough juice. We've been
That'd
throwing
be
your
good.
name
That'd
around.
be good.
Oh yeah, I got you. I mean, my name's on the bocce plaque. It's
Yeah, exactly.
only so much I can do. So what is is it?
Yeah, it's
Well, we're
Sundays.
going around. I can't.
Sunday's grilling.
I'm just saying it depends on the time of year.
Right.
Okay.
Sunday grill. That's his thing.
So mine is, and it became this way really quickly. Friday's my favorite thing to do is I pull the work van into the driveway. I walk in the door, and it's just April and my son are sitting there, and it's just an awesome feeling just going in. I wash my hands. I get to take Cole, and he's just he laughs everything, and then we do
Nice.
bath time, put him to bed. I like it.
I understand.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, plus, yeah, because
You guys just saw him. I mean, kid just always laughs.
Yeah.
Embrace these days
Yes.
And he gets to go to Portly Pilgrim.
on Saturday.
Saturday mornings, I have my routine.
It could be number 2 on his list.
Oh no, it's all part of it.
Yeah,
No.
we'll keep going. All right, let's hear it.
The second thing I like doing on the weekend is just like chilling out on a nice Saturday afternoon, watching college football. Best product ever.
Okay.
College
Will LPP
football.
watch with you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, she likes it. I mean, if we get nothing going on, like you and I might hook up and watch a game or whatever. Like, but if there's nothing going on, nothing like better than sitting on my chair, not the couch, my chair, and watching just a really good college football game, and have a couple of beers and then follow that and go out to dinner with LPP. But that's fun.
Yeah, you enjoy that.
I do.
I enjoy the college football too, no doubt about it. I say usually out somewhere, ready to roll by the 3:30 game or something. For me, it's all cheap with the real estate because
You work on the weekends.
The weekends are different,
Yeah.
So I usually, but I do. I'm happy to work, when you get a listing. So get an open house, for example, Sunday, but it's all about parlaying it, because I luckily had a listing coming on that didn't even have to go to market. I'm under an agreement down in White Horse Beach.
Good.
Nice $810,000 deal, and so now we just got to sell Stevie's house and
Yeah.
got another guy putting an offer on another property in Duxbury. Hopefully by this weekend, so we'll get that done. So the weekends are a little bit different. Usually I got something going for a couple hours every Saturday.
Yeah,
so
but
it's
you
no
could be
heavy
looking-
lifting.
You could be looking forward to the potential sale.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So it's a combination of the two. So like Sunday, I'm looking forward to Sunday. Now we're fall, so it's great. 11-1 open house.
Yep.
Get ready to roll for the Pats second half. And I'm ready to roll. Then Monday's like my very light day. I'll just do stuff in the afternoon into the early
Close to
evening.
the heavy days.
And then
Watch out for those heavy days.
and then so it's nice. So I usually have a good time. So I'm looking forward to. And for years and years, as Dougie, and Coach knows, we've watched, the Patriots forever and ever on Sunday afternoons in the fall into the winter. Typically at my house, here or whatever, and just always great getting together with the guys and all that stuff. So,
Yeah.
so that's definitely fall is what I call bittersweet. You love it because you love the football's on. The weather's usually good in New England now, and then but then you're coming on winter. But like I say, it's Sundays in the fall. That's a day
Yeah.
until the NFL figures out refereeing.
Mine also is another thing since Cole has come. So Saturday mornings, excuse me, wake him up right around 7, change him, feed him. By the time that stuff's all done, it's roughly 7:45. I load him up in the car. We go down to Portly Pilgrim. We get my stuff. We get April's stuff. So that leaves the morning. So April's got nothing to do. Go home. By the time we get going home, he's usually ready for right around a nap. Put him down for a nap. I go down to the basement on my computer. I edit the podcast and put it out on the airwaves. And then by that time, we're 10 o'clock, and then football comes on in 2 hours.
I like it.
And I listen to my buddy Nick. You guys know Nick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nick Coit.
Yep, he's on from 7 to 9 a.m.
He's had a pretty good He's had a
Yeah.
good career, that guy.
Great career.
We should. We gotta get him on.
I remember him in the day in the backyard when you guys were younger.
Oh, yeah.
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 He does a bunch. He just and his job allows him. He does so much cool shit. Like he's gone to Williamsport. He's done the been to I think 4 Super Bowls.
Well,
Has confetti from the Super Bowls and shit. He just doing a ton of cool shit.
is he married?
No. No.
So yeah, I mean, obviously, I love the Sundays we get together and watch the games. But you already took that one, which is fine. What I like is I kind of get reconnected with it last year. Is going with my boys that I grew up with, and we play golf every Sunday morning.
Yeah.
I mean, that is. I mean, aside from the golf and all that stuff, it's really good to reconnect with the guys you grew up with, you know. And we've turned it into a thing now, and it's great. You know what I mean? It's just fun to reconnect with those guys. It's just like it was back in the day, like the same banter's going on the golf course, and it's just the ball busting that you have when you're growing up and stuff like that. It's like I'm a kid all over again. It's great. I love it, and it's fun. You met Simsy.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is. I mean, it's cool. I'm lucky. I'm lucky I'm able to do that.
Good.
I'm a grateful guy.
Grateful.
I like it. My weekends typically, which is good. I mean, the lovely Lisa, besides, what happens on the weekends, but they had the, we typically do something every night anyway, but usually I've got something going. So it's good to, with, other friends who maybe I don't see as often, having something scheduled to, have dinner or whatever, grab dinner together, or, maybe tomorrow night we might pop over. I saw Butsy today saying they might be at the dugout tomorrow. I might sneak over there before dinner. So it's always just good. You always typically I have some plan or run into some good friends that maybe I haven't seen for a while. And that's usually what I like. That's usually what I like. Or we know, like I was saying earlier, we've got a friends band, LFG playing down at the tavern. So you always run into different people. It's always a good part of the weekend, making plans with people you don't see on a day-to-day basis.
You throw the text out, see what lands.
Yeah.
That's what we usually do. Gonna be here, gonna be there.
Yeah. Bouncing around.
Ricky hoses down and bounces around. That's what he does.
Well, it's just so different. You'll go through stuff, and Coach knows. I mean, Coach is getting like the weekends, like he's fired up because his son's playing hockey now. So obviously that should be one of his top priorities. So that when the kids were younger, a lot of it was I can't wait to go here. Or when Grace and James were playing high school sports,
Yeah,
it was like that would be one of the top things. So now with the spring coming up with James, hopefully, as everything goes, that'll be a big priority to get to as many of those games, to look forward to that.
right.
All the travel involved. But next weekend I got a great event coming up. I could hold off till next week's podcast, but
Yeah,
I'm hosting a big social at the American Legion in Cambridge across from BB&N. And gonna head up there for the football game and then be there, and we're gonna stay the night in the city. And I might actually go from there with Coach up to St. A's. We might take a ride to watch Pat's game. Depending on how he's feeling. We'll see.
Next week.
Ambitious.
It's only like a couple hours.
Take a couple hours.
From here, yeah.
Never been.
It's right in Manchester. It's in Manchester, New Hampshire.
Mine is, and it's kind of funny. I don't know why I think like this, but obviously you guys have been to my house, so I'm right on the corner of obviously, Charlotte, and then it's like but I also have a stop sign right next to my house, so I feel like everybody goes, they stop at the stop sign, and I feel like they look to the right at my yard, so I'm anal about. I always want my yard to look good, my front yard to look good.
I like it.
I just don't want people to roll up and be like, oh, what a shitty yard over there.
Yeah.
So what do you mow it?
I mow it.
Yeah.
Mow it. I even did it today. So we're doing a little something. So I got home a little earlier. I was able to mow it a little bit today before I tried to take a nap, like I told you earlier. I put all the grass clippings in a trash bag. And I'm going to spray paint like a smiley face in the trash bag for the trick-or-treaters and shit.
Oh, that's cool. No, I like spending quality time if I want to sometimes.
Yeah.
On the weekend.
Yeah, I gotta cut this tomorrow. Tomorrow's cut it. There's a bunch of stuff to do tomorrow, but then I
the best grass growing weather we'll
I
ever
usually
have.
go for my run. I'll go for my run tomorrow. It's gonna be nice and hot, lathered up, then right into the cut the lawn. Good solid workout for the day.
There you
This
go.
lawn's terrible to cut. Brutal. And then
I think you can cut the whole thing with a weed whacker.
no, God, I got the whole back, got the sides here. It's
Oh.
brutal. It's tough lawn to cut. But yeah, I got to fire that up, and then that'll be good. Then see what I don't even. I guess I got to go to Gillis's tomorrow. I'm going down to Gillis's, like I said, tomorrow. But
Costume powder.
Uh-oh.
So I saw Utara today on my run. I was like coming up Main Street, and he was just coming out to get in his truck. He was getting, he had lunch at Proof. And I go, what's up? So I stopped, say hi. If I see somebody I want to say hi, I'll stop. And I go, yeah, I don't know, what are you doing tomorrow? You skating? He goes, nah, I banged up my thumb. I cut it on a saw. And so I said, well, if you guys got nothing going, I think I'm going to go. You know, Jimmy, I'm going down to Jimmy's for the Hill Halloween party. I'm not getting dressed up. He goes, why? I guarantee you have a white, full Adidas sweatsuit at home somewhere.
He's right. He's right.
And I started cracking up. He is a character.
He is a character. He's the best.
All right, boys, another one in the books.
Another one in the books.
Episode 28. Done.
Done.
Gold.
Good luck out there.
Cheers.